I'm going to be remaking some crazy cars that I saw in real life over the weekend, but before I do that, make sure to subscribe and drop a like in this video, but without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, now the first car I'm going to be remaking that I saw is actually the Lamborghini Urus SE. Now, this is my first time seeing this new Urus, and it actually looks really nice in person, I'm not going to lie. Very similar to the current real-life Urus that came before it, but the headlights were nice to see in person. I think it looks a bit better in person. It looks pretty good. Now the one I saw was actually in a really beautiful spec. It should be pretty simple to make, so we're gonna go appearance and wheels, and we have to find what wheels they had on it. I believe it was these wheels, I think, or is it those? What is actually the difference? This is matte, and that's shiny. Okay, the ones I saw were shiny wheels, so we're gonna put those shiny black, okay? And then the interior, I looked, it had white there, so we're gonna make those seats white. And the paint color, it didn't have any caliper color, it just had a paint color. It was a blue. I don't think it was that blue. Not that blue either. I don't know which blue it was. We're gonna have to do some searching. Not that blue. Is it maybe one of these blues? Nope. It is a very nice blue though. Blue Cephas, my favorite blue. It was not that one. It might have been Blue Uranus. I'm not sure. We'll check. No, it's not Blue Glauco. I think it might have been Blue Uranus. But let's check. Blue Le Mans, no. Technica, no. I think it was Blue Uranus then. We're gonna go out in the sunlight to check. Yes, this is the color, Blue Uranus, and it was just like this. Actually, matter of fact, let's kind of get it like right up against the building. I think that one right there should work, just so we can get it like just like how it was in the image. So it was up against the curb, just like this, parked in the street. It kind of had its wheel turn like this, just like this, boom. That's exactly how we saw it. Obviously, the lighting in game kind of sucks right here, but in real life, this is the color. This is how we saw the car, up against a curb, kind of like this. Looks very nice, very good. Now, the way we're actually going to be seeing what the best car I recreate today is we're going to go ahead and take them all on the drawbridge sprint for fun, and we're going to see which one ends up with the best time. So that's how we're going to determine what the best car I recreated is. Now, I think I know what the car is going to be. You're going to have to stay tuned, stick around to see that. It's going to be a crazy multi-million-dollar hypercar. But for now, let's go ahead and do this race in the Urus SE. I'm pretty excited. Now, also, we got to have the Florida plates on it, of course, which I already made sure we had, because I see all the cars in Florida where I live, so that's pretty nice. But here we go. We are off on the race right now. It's actually starting off really good. We accelerated very nicely. We got this area up here. We're going to be able to test the braking, the handling, and, you know, top speed even on this race. So that's my favorite part about why I love doing this race, because this race just really allows me to test the vehicles all around. But here we go. We have a jump right here. Let's see. Do we manage on the jump? We actually do this. Urus is feeling really well balanced. Braking is fairly solid. Handling's fairly good. It's actually doing really well all around. We're going to want to make sure we're careful in this corner right here. We don't want to go flying over the wall. But this Urus, it's actually better balanced than a lot of the cars in game. This thing feels really well rounded. We are going a top speed of, it looks like 231 without boost. With boost, we can go 261. Pretty good top speed, I'm not going to lie. Oh, no. That might have just sold our time, bro. No, we went over the wall. That is a shame. We were like absolutely scraping that wall, but it's okay. Here we go. We are going towards one of the final corners right here. Oh, no, the wall hit right there. Okay, it's going to cost us a lot of time. But we can estimate, let's say we take 5 seconds off. Oh my god, it's going to be like 10 seconds off the end to see how much time we would have gotten. Why did that checkpoint not hit? I swear we drove through that checkpoint, guys. Am I going crazy? But I don't know. I feel like the Urus is it had a great start, but a horrible, horrible finish now. Oh my goodness. I apologize for my horrible driving. Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? Do we need to give the Urus? I don't know. I think we'll just subtract 15 seconds from the end to see what the Urus could have gotten. This is an absolutely horrible first race, though. I was going to say we maybe should restart, but we'll just subtract 15 seconds to a minute 41, so we could have got a minute and 20, I would say. We'll be generous. Give it 20 seconds off. A minute 21 seconds is what we could have gotten, but I think the Urus did pretty well considering it's an SUV, but a minute 20 is what we could have done. All right, next up, we're going to be jumping into a track vehicle. From the Urus, we are going into a Porsche GT2 RS YSAC package. Now, the one I saw was in a bright green color. It had like, I think it had these color wheels actually, like this goldish silver almost, and it had yellow calipers. So it was a really, really beautiful spec. I loved the green color it was. I think it's called lizard green in real life. Let's see if we can find lizard green here. I don't think they actually have lizard green, but I'm gonna try to make my own lizard green color right now. All right, I think I just did a pretty good job of making the lizard green. Now we just gotta go ahead and make the calipers. I believe it's called speed yellow. Yes, that's the color we saw it in. And then the interior is gonna have that same color. So let me get the color code. It's 10154. That's the color code. So we're gonna go interior. We're gonna go 10154. And then the last color is 0. Wait, no. We don't want that. We want this one to be 10154. Okay, the stitching was green on the car, so this color should be like a grayish, something like that. Yeah, like that gray color. Perfect. Boom. Okay, I believe we just made the real life spec. We're gonna go outside just to double check everything looks good with it. Yeah, this looks actually really good. We got the green like the GT2 RS was. It actually looks really accurate in the light. We got the goldish silver wheels and the yellow calipers. Let's go now take it on the race. All right, we are on the race now. Let's see how we do. So the GT2 RS, it's feeling pretty well balanced so far with acceleration. I like that. Okay, we're going through the first area now with top speed-ish. We're doing pretty good. Braking, it's actually solid brakes. There we go. Okay. Corner. How do we do in the corner? Very nice cornering. Okay. I think we could have gone a little bit faster through the corner. We slowed down a little bit too much maybe because it has some pretty good brakes. How does it do? Ooh, it did great with the ramp. Okay, I like that. Brakes, corner, phenomenal. Not an issue at all. GT2 RS is doing good. Now, will it do as good as the Urus through here? I think it will. It's doing pretty solid through this area. Nice, very good. Keep it up. Okay, boom. Now, this is the area where I started to mess up in the Urus. We do not want to mess up now in the Porsche. We got to give the Porsche a better run. The Urus run, that was tragic. We don't got to talk about that. Oh, my goodness. Why does that happen there? Why does my car just drift to the side all of a sudden and fly off the bridge? Because it happened in the same exact spot with the Urus. I don't like that it does that. I don't know why it did that. But there we go. We went through that corner better. Brakes, corner. Okay, solid handling. We forgot to check the top speed, but it's okay as long as we get a good time. Brakes, corner, boom. There we go. Final corner right here. Brakes, turn. Oh yeah, there we go. And the finish line is straight up ahead. We are getting a time of 1 minute 21 seconds. That's a solid time right there. That's much better than in the Urus. All right, next up, we're gonna be going from a track vehicle all the way to a hypercar. Our next car is a Pagani Huayra, what I saw, and it was a crazy one. I believe we gotta go with the normal, original, the OG Huayra. This one up here. Okay, we got some unique purple spec right now, but that's gotta go. We gotta get the new spec on. So we basically can't do part of the spec. We cannot do the blue carbon. All the carbon was blue on this car. It was pretty crazy, but we can't do that in game, unfortunately. But what we can do is find the silver color. So the silver color looked like that. The interior, they had a blue color on the interior. That is too dark, I believe. Still too dark, too bright. I think that's a nice in-between. That looks like about the color I saw. We'll make the calipers the same shade. There we go, because it had those calipers. And then I have the factory wheels, so we're actually gonna install those onto the vehicle right now. That is not the factory wheels. What the heck did the car do? Okay, let me leave here. Let's see if it's switched over to factory wheels. I think the game is tweaking out a bit. Okay, there we go. Now we are on the factory wheels. Those are the wheels I had, but they're not the right color. Let me try respawning the car. That maybe will... Nope, that did not fix the issue. Okay, I want to make the wheels the right color, so let me try to do that. All right, there we go. Now we have the right color wheels. We got like the unique wheels. I'm gonna be for real. I don't actually like these wheels. I think these are the ugliest wheels Pagani ever made. That's just my opinion though. You all might think it's a horrible take on the wheels. Maybe you agree with me. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this wheel design. I personally hate it, but anyways, nonetheless, we still got to take the car in the race. Now, out of all the specs we've done so far, of course I love the first spec is blue, my favorite color. The second spec, the Porsche in green, I love that green color. That's probably my favorite shade of green, so I love that spec. This spec, I'm gonna be honest, I hate this spec. Like, this is probably one of the worst specs I feel like you could do on a car. Silver with blue interior, it's just not it in my opinion. It's way too, I don't know how to say it without being rude, but it's an old man spec if I'm gonna be for real. It's a very, you know, classy, respectable spec, which is not at all what I would go for on a car of this level. And oh my goodness, I crashed horribly there. We're gonna ignore that, but it's fair, I guess. We did crash all the other cars a bit as well, especially that Urus, but braking, handling good so far. But back to the spec, I'm gonna be for real. I feel like blue interior, it just like doesn't go well on cars. Like dark blue, it's not it. Light blue interiors are pretty cool, but dark blue interiors, navy blue, I don't know. I feel like they don't go very well because they have horrible exterior options for like colors. Like silver on navy blue, it's just not a crazy combo. It's not a combo I'm crazy for. I think it's a really blah, really boring combo if I'm gonna be for real. I feel like it's just, I don't know. I'm being a big hater right now. It's okay. The Pagani's still beautiful. I just am not a fan of the spec, to be honest. But maybe other people love it. I don't know. But top speed's pretty good in this car. We went like 275, I think. Handling, solid. There we go. Boom. Final few corners now up ahead. There we go. We got like last 2 now. Boom. Okay. Wait, no, last 3. That was the third to last. Second to last right here. Pagani's actually flying through this much better than the other cars. There we go. There we go. Boom. But we're getting a worse time still. We'll subtract a few seconds because we did crash. So if we didn't crash, we would have got a time of 1 minute 20 seconds. But the car we're going to be switching to next will definitely get the best time. Alright, and that next car we're going to be recreating is a Hennessy Venom F5 Revolution. This thing's going to be absolutely bonkers. The one I saw is crazy looking. I cannot wait to recreate it. So let's get this started. I got to go ahead and actually save this paint color though, because I love the spec I have right now. So we're not going to want to lose it. Alright, I was able to save the paint code. Now let me go ahead and start working on the spec that I saw. So secondary color, we're going to want to go with red on that side. Tertiary, we're gonna go with blue on that side, okay? Now the brake calipers, I believe they were red on the car. I could be wrong, but I think red is the color. Wheels, we had stock wheels. Those were the silver wheels that we had. And then the paint, wait, no, we need to do interior first. Interior was red on the car. Secondary should be red as well. I believe that's right. Paint, okay. So it was like a light shade of blue. Something kind of like that, but also kind of like that. I think we gotta get like a nice in-between. Something maybe... I'm gonna get the perfect color and I'll let you all know. Alright, I think I got the perfect color. Now, the unfortunate part is this thing also had blue carbon, which we can't change. It would be really nice if we could actually change carbon fiber colors in game on these hypercars, because in real life you can, but in game you can't. Okay, yeah, that color's pretty accurate right there. It looks pretty good. The wheels, though, they're not actually accurate. Let me make the wheels more silver. There we go. Now we got the wheels more silver, and now we can take the Hennessy on a race. This thing actually looks pretty good in this spec. I don't know. We might end up keeping it, in fact. Okay, and we are off on the race now. This thing is actually going to go insane. Acceleration, feeling absolutely amazing already. Oh my goodness. We got to try to keep this thing off the walls, keep it under control. I know it's going to have the fastest top speed. I also know we're going to have to slam on the brakes right here. Handling and braking. 10 out of 10 experience. Very, very solid. Very good. We got the drawbridge part here. We're going to make the jump over it. Land it. Ooh, rough landing. Rough landing. It's okay. We're going to use that rough landing and turn it into a nice turn back there. Solid. Oh, come on. Get off the wall. Get off the wall. Once you're on them, you can't get off. Oh, my goodness. You just bounce back and forth. There we go. There we go. We've saved it. We've saved it. Come on. Go around this final area of corner. There we go. There we go. Straight ahead. Top speed time. Get off the wall, car. Thank you very much. Okay. This thing's going pretty good now. We just can't mess up anymore because we want to get a good time. That's what we're going for. Here we go. Boom. Start braking. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Corner. Solid. Boom. Great handling. Brakes. Corner once again. There we go. Hit the checkpoint. Barely. Ooh. Brakes. Corner. Okay. Final 2 corners up ahead. Boom. Brakes. Corner. Super solid. This Hennessy is crushing it on the race. It's definitely going to get the best time, like I said. Oh, yeah. This isn't even warmed up, too. Like, I barely did any races, and we got 1 minute 16 seconds, so definitely a really good time from the Hennessy. I think the Hennessy has to be my favorite car that we remade today. I mean, who wouldn't like this over all those other cars? If you're taking the base model Wyra, a Urus SE, or a Porsche GT2 over a Hennessy Venom F5 Revolution, you're crazy. This has got to be the best one we remade. But I do think that's going to be everything for today's video. I truly hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like. I would truly appreciate it. Subscribe and the notification bell so you never miss another upload. Check the video on screen here. YouTube, thanks for liking. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.